The alarm shrieked through Sector 7 of the Galactic Academy dormitories at 300 hours, sending every species-specific sleep cycle into chaos. Director Cavalon's four eye stalks swiveled frantically as he processed the emergency report on his datapad. Three Carvathi predator cubs escaped from the Xenobiology Containment Wing. Extremely dangerous. Approach with extreme caution. The Carvathi were apex predators from a death world classified as Category 9, only 2 steps below Earth itself on the lethality scale. Their cubs, though small, possessed razor-sharp claws, venomous fangs, and an instinct to hunt anything that moved. The Academy had only accepted them as research specimens after extensive debate, and now they were loose in a dormitory housing over 200 students from 40 different species. Cavalon assembled the security team in the central corridor, 12 armed guards in full tactical gear, carrying shock nets and tranquilizer cannons designed to drop a charging Boltharian rhino bear. They moved through the halls in formation, scanners sweeping for thermal signatures. "Director," whispered Sergeant Thex, his reptilian crest flattening in fear. "We're picking up the Cubs' heat signatures. They're in the human quarters." A collective shudder ran through the security team. The human, Elin Hart. Humans had only joined the galactic community 3 years ago, and they'd quickly earned a reputation. While most species found their death world origin fascinating and terrifying, it was their bizarre behavior that truly unsettled the galaxy. They bonded with anything. They'd brought their dogs and cats to the Academy, creatures that other species recognized as trained predators, yet humans treated them like family members and called them good boy and sweet baby. The Xenopsychology Department had published 17 papers on the human domestication impulse and still couldn't explain it. "We need to move quickly," Cavalon said, his voice trembling. "If those cubs have attacked the human—" They didn't finish the thought. Humans were durable, absurdly so. But Carvathi venom was designed to bring down prey 3 times their size. The political nightmare of a human death on Academy grounds would end careers and possibly strain interspecies relations. The security team reached Elin Hart's door. The thermal scanner showed 4 heat signatures inside, 3 smaller ones clustered together, and 1 larger human-sized signature nearby. "Breach on my mark," Cavalon whispered. "Tranquilizers ready. Try not to hit the human." "What if the human is already—" Thex couldn't finish. "Then we recover the body and pray to whatever gods we have." Cavalon entered the override code. The door slid open with a soft hiss. The security team flooded into the room, weapons raised, shock nets deployed. Then they froze. The scene before them defied every protocol, every safety regulation, every basic principle of xenobiology they'd ever learned. Elin Hart's small dormitory room was dimly lit by a string of soft lights humans called fairy lights. The human herself was sitting cross-legged on her bed, wearing what appeared to be sleep clothing covered in small cartoon images of Earth cats. And on the bed, curled up against her legs and stomach, were all 3 Carvathi cubs. The smallest one, Vrix, according to the containment records, was literally sprawled across Elin's lap, belly up, all 4 paws in the air. His normally fearsome face was relaxed, eyes closed, making a sound that could only be described as purring. The other 2 cubs were nestled against her sides, equally peaceful. Elin looked up at the security team with genuine confusion. "Oh, hi? Is something wrong?" Cavalon's translator struggled to process his response, finally settling on a strangled, "What? How? Why?" "You have the cubs," Sergeant Thex managed. "The dangerous predator cubs." "Oh!" Elin gently stroked Vrix's exposed belly, and the cubs' purring intensified. "Yeah, they scratched at my door about an hour ago. They seemed scared, so I let them in. Poor babies must have gotten lost." "Lost?" Cavalon repeated numbly. "Scared," added Thex, equally stunned. "They're just babies," Elin said, as if this explained everything. She scratched behind one of the other cubs' ears, near their venomous fangs, and it leaned into her touch. "I gave them some of my protein rations, and they just wanted to cuddle. This little guy," she tickled Vrix's belly, "is super sweet. Reminds me of my cat back on Earth. One of the guards made a high-pitched wheeze that his species expressed when confronting something that violated their understanding of reality. Ms. Hart, Kavan said slowly, do you understand that these are Karvathi predator cubs from a Category 9 death world? Their venom can cause total neural collapse? Their claws can shred duroplast? Elin looked down at Vrix, who had rolled over and was now attempting to groom her hand with his tongue. Really? He's so gentle, though. They've killed before, Thex added. During feeding time, they tore apart a protein synthesizer. Well, yeah, they were probably hungry and stressed, Elin said reasonably. They just needed someone to be calm with them, and maybe some belly rubs. As if to demonstrate, she rubbed Vrix's belly again, and the cub's back legs started kicking in contentment. The security team stood there, weapons lowering, as they watched the human continue to pet three of the most dangerous juvenile predators in the sector like they were, indeed, house cats. Kavan pulled up his data pad and began typing a message to the xenopsychology department. Need to revise human domestication studies. Previous estimates were far too conservative, requesting immediate analysis of human interaction with Karvathi cubs. Also requesting a pay raise for hazard duty. So, should I bring them back to containment? Elin asked, looking genuinely sad at the prospect. Vrix, sensing her mood shift, opened his large predatory eyes and made a small chirping sound. Kvaun looked at his team. His team looked back at him. Somewhere in the cosmic background, the universe itself seemed to be laughing at their protocols and safety regulations. Let's discuss this with the xenobiology department in the morning, Kvaun finally said. For now, Ms. Hart, please keep them here, and keep doing whatever you're doing. Okay, Elin beamed. I think they just needed a friend. As the security team filed out, they could hear her cooing at the cubs. Who's a good apex predator? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. The door slid shut. Kvalan updated his report. Cubs located. Contained. Somehow. Human is fine. We have no idea how. Recommend all future dangerous predators be assigned to human quarters for safekeeping. Request significant increase to xenopsychology budget to understand this species before they adopt something that can eat planets. Behind the closed door, Vrix yawned, showing rows of venomous fangs, then tucked his head under Elin's chin and went back to sleep. Just another night at Galactic Academy.